Hello, folks. Welcome to Loop Learnings. In episode 1 of We Grow Together, we'll talk about how to be competent. So, let's get started. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so today's topic, episode 1, how to be competent. In today's world, if you want to be successful in any field of life, you have to be competent. For example, you got graduated or you got diploma and you are ready to go to the professional world. And whenever you are with an interviewer is not only looking for what is your education level, they are looking for how competent you are. So the overall competency does matter a lot when it comes to the success. So being competent is essential in today's world. So I'm going to tell you how to be competent in this episode. But first, you need to understand what is competency. What makes a person a competent person? Who you should call a person that this particular person is competent to do this particular task. What makes that person a competent? Well, simply put, competency is combination of knowledge, skill, and ability. These three characteristics has to be there in order to call someone a competent person. If one of these three is missing, then we cannot consider a person a competent person. For example, if let's take an example of driving. Let's say a person is aware of automotive vehicle, right? Uh, that is the knowledge part of it. So they know that this is a car, this is steering wheel. Steering wheel is used to change direction of the vehicle. Um, Brake pedal is used to apply brake to stop the car. Everyone, I think, is aware of this basic information. So they do have knowledge, but are they skillful? Can they drive a vehicle? That's the next part of it. They might have knowledge, but they don't have skill to drive it. Now, there's a second category. For example, let's take the same example of automotive driving. A person has a knowledge and has a skill to drive the vehicle, but has never driven a car since he or she have got the license. That means they don't have ability to drive the vehicle. So the point I'm trying to make here is if any one of these three skills, one of these three characteristics are missing, then we cannot consider a person a competent person. So, what is knowledge? Well, knowledge is something that you can understand and you can recall information whenever and wherever is required. You can learn knowledge by going to school, by going to an institute, by going to a university, attending classes. You can learn knowledge by reading books. You can get enough knowledge by reading books. And you can get enough knowledge by watching some tutorials on YouTube or any paid website, like you are watching this particular tutorial. So knowledge can be gained. But the question is, if the knowledge is gained and never implemented, then there is no use of that knowledge. So if you have gain the knowledge, then you have to apply it somewhere practically. Why? Because by applying the knowledge, you will develop your skills. If the knowledge is only earned but never applied, then skills will not be developed, and that knowledge, whatever you have, will go in drain. We'll take our example. For example, we graduated 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or even 2 years ago. Whatever we learn in our university or colleges or schools, half of it we have already forgotten because we never implemented those things in practical life. We never develop our skills. So that's why we forgot. In a similar way, if the knowledge whatever learned is not applied practically, then that knowledge will go in waste. But if you apply that knowledge practically, then you will be developing your skill. Now, skill is ability to perform an activity with proficiency. For example, a person have done PhD or have gone to the institute and have got the higher degree. A person can become teacher or a lecturer or a trainer or a consultant by applying the knowledge that he or she has. That means they can learn the skill of delivering a lecture, they can learn the skill of delivering a training session, whether in person or online. They can learn these things, they can develop those skills because they have enough knowledge to support them. A scientist, a scientist have gone to school, university, have understood the physical phenomena or chemistry. So a scientist have enough knowledge, but if scientists will not apply that knowledge practically, will not do experiment practically, then that knowledge will go in waste. So a scientist can develop skill to do the experiments, different experiments, whenever, wherever it's required. That will happen only if the knowledge is implemented, applied practically. A pilot, a pilot can go to aviation school, can learn all about aviation industry and aircrafts and how to fly aircraft. But if that knowledge is not implemented by sitting in the aircraft's cockpit and flying the airplane, then again that knowledge will go in waste. So whatever knowledge is learned has to be implemented to develop the skills, right? Now, once the skill is developed, then the third characteristic, which is ability. Now, ability is something that can be natural in some people, but some people can develop the ability by combining the skill and knowledge they have learned and apply in context to achieve the desired outcome. A school or university or college or training institute wouldn't just want to have a trainer or lecturer. They would want to have the best lecturer available. They would want to have the best trainer available. An organization or government wouldn't just want to have a scientist. They would want to have the best scientist available. An airline industry, an airline company wouldn't just want to have um, pilot. They would want to have the best of the best pilot who can deal with any situation or scenario while flying the aircraft with 200 people sitting on them. So that's the ability. In some people, the ability is natural. In some people, they have to develop the ability because they have enough knowledge and enough skill or experience to develop that ability. I've seen a lot of people, they have great amount of knowledge, they are extremely good at what they do, but when we ask them to stand in front of people and speak about their experiences or anything else, I see them struggling because they don't have ability to convey yet their message. So skill, knowledge first has to be learned, then it has to be implemented or applied. That knowledge should be converted into skill, and then knowledge and skill together will be converted in ability. And that's how a person will become a competent person. Okay. I hope you have learned something from this short lesson or episode or tutorial, whatever you wish to call it. Um, Please subscribe to the channel, share it with others. Tell me in the comments below so I know that you are watching, so I can create similar videos for you guys. I can share my knowledge, whatever I have. Um, Thank you once again, and I will see you in the next episode.